Today, we're diving into a drum machine that played a key role in shaping the sound of Depeche Mode's debut album, Speak and Spell, the Korg KR-55 drum machine. Korg's KR-33 and KR-55 drum machines arrived in 1979, building on the legacy of their prior mini-pop series drum machines. Both were analog machines, but the KR-55 offered more features, including individual drum voice levels controls and intros and fills. While the KR-33 was a more basic option, the KR-55 became a favorite for its wider sound palette and programmability. The KR-55 boasted a revolutionary feature for its time, a built-in mixer. This allowed you to control the level of all the drum voices through 6 subgroup channels, having more flexibility to control each sound. The sheer number of presets on the KR-55 was also mind-blowing. There were 16 sections, each holding 3 unique rhythm patterns, A, B, and C. Each section also had its own intro and fill, giving you a total of 48 preset rhythm variations. These intros and fills could be triggered anywhere in the rhythm with a button press or a foot switch, adding dynamic feels and creative transitions to your music. On top of that, the KR-55 introduced another first, a variable swing control. This allowed you to add subtle rhythmic variations to the group, making your beats feel more natural and humanized. The KR-55's unique sound found its way into some iconic recordings. Depeche Mode relied on it for their debut album, Speak and Spell. Vince Clarke, a key figure in Depeche Mode and his alternative projects like Yazoo and Erasure, used the KR-55, which helped cement the drum machine's role in the synth-pop genre. In the History of Korg Part 1, written for Sound on Sound in October 2002 by Gordon Reed, he said, "I spoke to Vince Clarke a couple of years ago and he told me the drum machine used on Speak and Spell was a Korg KR-55 preset machine. The band used the snare and the hi-hat sounds from it. The bass drum was generated from an ARP 2600 synth, which was synced to the machine and an old Roland MC4 microcomposer sequencer. The same machine was used on most of the early Daniel Miller produced tracks, including the Fat Gadget stuff like Ricky's Hand and the fabulous Memorabilia by Soft Cell. Bobby Orlando also used one on those fantastic trashy New York disco records by Divine and The Flirts, Passion, Native Love, Shake It Up, etc. The KR-55 can also be heard in songs by Cabaret Voltaire, Joe Jackson in the song Stepping Out, and Jean Michel-Jarre used it to create his signature soundscapes. Today, artists like Trentemoller and Foals have also incorporated the KR-55's unique sound into their music. The KR-55's success prompted Korg to release an even more powerful version in 1982, the KR-55B. This black chassis machine doubled the number of rhythm patterns to a whopping 96, with 32 intro and fills to match. The 80s saw the arrival of iconic and more powerful machines like the legendary Roland TR-808, released in 1980. The Korg KR-55 might not be as widely known as some of its later counterparts, but it offered a sonic palette that was both powerful and distinct, inspiring a generation of musicians. If you enjoy this nostalgic exploration, hit that like button and subscribe.